Anywhere you go, you belong. Anywhere you say, anywhere.
Okay, what is up, people? Hope everyone is doing good. Welcome back to another stream. Welcome back. So I hope everyone's doing good. Welcome back to another stream. Like always, if you are new to the stream, please be sure to subscribe. Drop a like if you haven't done it already. It does help out the stream. Check out the Telegram channel, link in the description and at the top of the chat to that. Post my trades, updates, all the good stuff there. So feel free to check that out. And also, if you're looking for a broker, I do have my affiliate link to IC Markets. Feel free to use the link if you want to check them out. But yeah, guys, welcome back to another stream. I've got a lot of news today. We had some. Let me quickly run through the old calendar real quick. So yeah, we got the Fed interest rate decision later today, which is at 7 p.m. UK time. So whatever that translates to where you guys are at. So yeah, we had some New Zealand news last night. And then today we've got we've got PMI as well. I forgot about that. We've got some PMI for dollar, 2:45 p.m. That's UK time as well. Then we've got the Fed interest rate decision at 7 p.m. as well. So two kind of big news events. Well, Fed interest rate is the bigger one. So should see some fireworks today. Therefore, we want to be managing risk and looking after our accounts. That's the number one objective. Making money is always second after that. So make sure you do stay aware. Maybe stay away as well. If you are trading any dollar pairs, they will be affected today with those two news announcements coming up, and any other pair as well. Dollar news affects pretty much all pairs. Maybe not as much, but I'm expecting fireworks across the board. So yeah, make sure you are aware and stay safe. But yeah, guys, welcome back to the stream. Anis, what is up? Hope you're doing good. Welcome back. Good to see you, Zark. What is up? Hope you're doing good. We go for 80 CAD. Yeah, we'll take a look. No problem. Looking for sales on US 100 today. Okay, we'll jump onto that. No problemo. It always gets me, to be fair. I need to come up with a nickname. Is Dissy alright? Because, I'm just going to keep butchering it, and it's not good for me or you. So I'm going to say Dissy. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing good. Nike, good morning. What is up? Good to see you here. Yeah, good to see you here too. Nick, what is up? Hope you're doing good. Ehab, what is up, bro? Would you sell Euro USD? We'll go take a look at Euro USD. We've got it in the screen. Just by looking at the market now, I can tell you I wouldn't sell Euro USD, but we'll go deeper into it. But it's very bullish. It's in a lot of resistance. Okay, we'll take a look at 80 CAD and US 100, then we'll jump over to Euro USD. But yeah, I can tell you just from looking at the market right now, I definitely would not sell Euro USD based on my strategy. Not that I won't go down, but it's not fitting criteria to sell. Anyway, so 80 CAD. We're talking about this one briefly yesterday, and we were talking about price, kind of flirting with the channel and the resistance. Is breaking outside of this bearish channel here. So obviously the market's in this bearish trend, creating lower lows and lower highs. As you can see, 1, 2, 3 there as well. However, the market's been failing to break through the support and create some new lows. So it's a market that is starting to show some signs it could be reversing. Again, the break of the trend line is not, at least in my trading anyway, is not something I look for that, okay, the market's reversing. It's a sign that, okay, the market potentially could get ready to reverse, but it could be easily disproved if the market comes straight back underneath the trend line. We could still see another move like this. And I'll show you an example of that, which happened yesterday. But yeah, we are breaking to the upside out of the channel, but most importantly, we're still respecting resistance here for 80 CAD. So 80 CAD for me, the market is still bearish. It's still creating lower lows and lower highs. Hasn't broken any major structure. So I do favor sales at the moment. But again, I'm not looking to sell. I don't really have enough confidence here to short. And also the structure is just not what I want to be shorting either. Very, very corrective market structure. The fact that we're creating some equal lows here doesn't really jump bearish to me. We're seeing corrective movement. We're failing to take out the lows, and we're also seeing fairly strong bullish moves now creeping back into the market as well. So the fact that we are breaking through the trend line as well, it does tell me that although 80 CAD hasn't broken through any major structure, and it might still be bearish, but it's definitely a very weak bearish market, and I can definitely find better trades out there if I just stay patient. So 80 CAD for me is just it's a miss. I'll keep an eye on it, but the trend is still intact. But in terms of the opportunity itself, the actual short opportunity, it's very, very poor in my books. It might still roll over again, like I said, it might still creep back underneath the trend line. and give us a fake out. But yeah, it's not really ticking much criteria in my checklist. So I'm staying away from AuduCAD and waiting for a bit more development. If, however, it starts breaking to the upside though, the buys will look quite interesting, because now we've got double bottom, we've got the reversal, break of structure, successive higher lows, 1, 2, potentially 3 if we break, 4. We've actually got some bullish structure to play with as well. So the longs look not bad if you can break through the structure of 0.91. But shorts, I'm not interested at the moment, unless that develops and things change. But at the moment, I'm not interested in AuduCAD shorts right now. I'm just going to keep an eye on it, see how it develops going forward. Okay, so we'll take a look at US 100, then move on to Euro USD. Excuse me. Okay, so US 100. Amos, you said you're looking for some sells. Okay, we'll take a look. Okay, so the market is still okay. So it kind of did fake out that resistance yesterday. So I said for US 100, although higher time frame is still looking bullish, the daily still has this bullish trend. We're kind of flirting with this resistance here. So I wouldn't be looking for buys, because although it might be looking like we're breaking through, it's a very half-hearted breakout and very prone to fake outs. And that's kind of what happened here with US 100. We faked to the upside there, and the market had this kind of crazy sell-off to the downside. So yeah, not bad place to sell, coming back into the resistance there. Obviously, if I'm looking at the bigger scheme of things, it looks like the market's just ranging. So either two things happen in a ranging market. We're either going to get the breakout, or the market's going to continue to fluctuate. So see, we are going to get the breakout on this attempt here, or the market's simply just going to retest and roll back over to the lows of the range around 12,840. So shorts around this area, not too bad. A really nice impulsive move to the downside. If I drop to the lower time frames, a little bit like a head and shoulder pattern, a little bit, maybe not the most attractive one, but I think you guys kind of get the point there. That's kind of the left shoulder, even though the left shoulder is higher than the head. But you can see the market is kind of creeping lower, structure's failing, obviously really strong break of support. So shorts don't look too bad here. A retest of this structure is not too bad. It also lines up with the higher time frame resistance as well. So it's just generally not a bad place to short. Not really my type of trade, because higher time frames still look pretty bullish and it's within the consolidation. But on the lower time frames, you might get some joy reacting with that level there and a push to the downside. Again, best case scenario, we see a really big move back down to the lows here and kind of just complete a swing of the consolidation. Because as you can see, the market's just up, down, up, down, up, down. This could be just another up to create another down. So possibly could see a really big swing. I'm not sure how far you're looking to target, Anus. Are you looking for just a push back down to the prior lows, or you're looking further than that? I mean, to those lows there on the hourly time frame, probably quite sensible, or these lows here, quite sensible, depending the risk reward and how far you're looking to push the trade. But yeah, it's not really my type of trade, because the market's kind of a little bit sideways. I want price to be overly bearish or overly bullish before I look to get in. But yeah, it's not a bad opportunity in the lower time frames. Really nice impulse to the downside, and that's a good characteristic you're looking for your structure. You're looking for clear highs and clear lows, and a clear impulsive leg, and that's definitely a clear impulsive leg, breaking through some lows as well. So most likely you'll probably see some downsides. How far, that'll be up to the market, but of course you can just manage your trade accordingly. But yeah, not a bad place to short. I wouldn't short now though. You could double top and see some downside, but I'm not a big fan of the opportunity. 13,194 around that area is a much more probabilistic area of getting reaction. So keep an eye on that area. But yeah, not a bad opportunity there on US 100. Okay, so we'll take a look at Euro USD. So yeah, like I said, I'm not looking for shorts on Euro USD. I'm not looking to do anything on Euro USD, to be fair. I said yesterday, if the market can start breaking through some of these lows, I'd be interested to take some shorts. But as soon as we broke through the low here, we snapped right back above and saw a lot of bullish momentum. So this was looking like a bit of a fake out, and also DXY had a bit of a fake out there as well. So as you can see, if I whip out the old trend line, the market's creating all these lower highs. We came back into the resistance, and yesterday I was talking about if the market can break above this level, we might be seeing some bullish momentum back into 102,800. But as you can see, it just turned out to be a big fake out. The market's climbing back underneath the trend line, and most importantly, rejecting that area. So you could actually still be seeing a push for the DXY back down to these lows here. And Euro USD is kind of giving us the exact same price action, but flipped. kind of a bit of a fake to the downside. Market's climbing back above the trend line as well. This is not price action that screams bearish to me. It's screaming we've had a fake out of the bullish trend, and we could actually still be seeing a swing back to the highs here at 107, around 1.107, 106, which is actually not too far away from. So I'm not looking to short Euro USD. I know it's at resistance, but again, like I say all the time, I need price to be doing more than just at resistance or at support for me to sell or buy. I need confluence, I need trend, I need market structure. I don't have none of that for the sells here. If the market was breaking structure to the downside and clearing out some important lows and maintaining some lower highs, then I would be looking at some shorts down here, but we're not doing that. We're having this fake out of that support in the trend line. The market's right back above that area, and most likely going to come back and retest that resistance. Might see some downside. Again, to be fair, it's kind of up in the air what Euro USD, and to be fair, most pairs I'm going to be analyzing today is kind of up in the air, because whatever happens with Fed interest rate decision and the conference shortly after will impact all of these pairs. So all the analysis I could do right now might just go completely out the window. We see a huge candle moving 100, 150 pips. And the market trend could be doing something crazy by this time tomorrow. We could be actually bleeding to the downside. Excuse me. We could be bleeding to the downside, wiping out some lows here by this time tomorrow. So I'll be talking about some corrections and some continuations. Or we could be flying, 100, 200 pips to the upside by this time tomorrow. I'll be talking about corrections and then retrace and continuations to the upside. All I know is that in this area, it's just very, very choppy. Coming into the week, if you watch my weekly analysis, you would know that I said in this area, I'm not interested to do anything with Euro USD. This is all consolidation, very, very speculative price action. I'm not really trying to look to do anything. The only time I'll look to get involved with Euro USD is if we start breaking through the lows or start breaking through the highs, and then I'll look to see what I can do. But I'm not looking to do anything with Euro. I don't really have a clear-cut bias for it. The trend's still up, but I'm not really seeing any good buy opportunities either. Too close to resistance. Yes, today is FOMC. Should be seeing some fireworks later, so make sure everyone is being careful. Hey Tyrese, what is up? Hope you're doing good. Jezreel, what is up? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, Dissy is okay. Nice. Yeah, because I've been butchering your name so many times, so it's about time we put an end to that. No takes on Euro Yen. Yeah, the Yen pairs are seeing some retracement. Yen pairs are seeing some retracement, so they're starting to look a little bit interesting. None of them are quite in the area. ADJPY looks a little bit interesting. I'll go with that one shortly. But out of the other Yen pairs, so CAD Yen, CHFJPY, Euro Yen, Pound Yen, CAD Yen, they all need to retrace even further than they've done. So the Yen pairs for me are not quite ready to be bought. They might go up, but in terms of what I'm looking for to actually buy, they're not quite ready yet. But we'll take a look at Euro Yen. Francis, is it Francis? I have no idea. Hope you're doing good. Welcome to the stream. Arv. Yeah, I'm saying that probably wrong as well. Yeah, we will be seeing volatility today. That is almost guaranteed. Nick KB, EuroCHF, I missed sell entry. Yeah, EuroCHF looks like it's missed my zone as well. I'll go over EuroCHF. It was a pair on my watch list coming into the week. Can you take a look at NZD, Euro Swiss, and CAD Yen? Sure thing. Hey Nike, can you take a look at AD CAD? I'm in sales. I'm looking forward to enter long-term sales on EuroCAD after confirming the double top bottom. Okay, so yeah, like I said with AD CAD, the market's still technically bearish, but I just don't like the setup because the market's quite corrective. Again, I'm not saying the market can't come down; it can come down. But I just don't like the structure which is going on right now. It's very, very corrective, and we're still respecting prior lows there as well. So if it does stay below 0.91, then yeah, I do favor the market to roll over, because at the end of the day, the market is still bearish. We're still respecting resistance. So if we can hold that, we probably will see some downside. We could just see the market start giving us a bigger range here, from the high to the low, and some dodgy price action like that. So it's not a bad place to short. 100% it's not a bad place to short. You're still taking advantage of the momentum, but yeah, looking at the grand scheme of things, I'm not the biggest fan of AUD CAD right now. But let me take a look at Euro Yen and Euro Swiss. Okay, so Euro Yen, like I said, we saw some downside for the yen pairs, just nothing really, nothing really into any area that I'm talking about on the 4H time frame yesterday. So as you can see, we kind of pull back halfway. You know, we might see some upside here, but frankly, I'm just not interested in any of this area. You know, this is the area I'm interested to take some longs on Euro Yen around 148,500. So that's kind of where my interest lies. In terms of the higher time frames, we're still seeing a lot of bullish momentum in this one, weekly, daily, 4H. So, you know, there's a lot of wind in the sails to the upside. So taking buys is not a bad idea. We just need to wait for some good confidence and good confirmation and take our trades that way. And again, anything can fail, but at least we've taken the buys, we've got a lot more probability in our favor. So 148,500 is my area of interest. Even the level just below it, this consolidation looks very interesting as well. So yeah, I just need a lot more retracement. We've seen some nice downside and it's starting to be a little bit corrective in the lower time frames, which tells me most likely this move will be retracement and most likely we'll probably see another push higher. But yeah, I just need price to come down a little bit further and then I'll be interested to see what we can do next. But up here is no man's land for me. And yeah, Euro Swiss seeing some nice downside. It looks like we just had a break and retest of this prior low here. I was looking for price to come a little bit higher. I've got a lot more confidence at this area. All market did was just respect this area a couple times, and now I've seen some downside. So Euro CHF, I'm still looking at push down to the lows here. So even though you know we kind of missed the entry there, there's still a long way to go in my books, and I do think there'll be some nice trades in the lower time frame. So keep an eye out for that. We're getting some really nice bearish structure on the hourly. We've got a lower high there, well, a high, and now another lower high. So I do think if you can see a nice spike to the upside again, we'll probably look to roll over pretty soonish and see another move down. 1, 2, and get the third one. Third lower high, come back and respect some nice area here. Price support, time resistance. As you can see, I had this big surge to the upside. All that did was just provide that next lower high. So if you suddenly see some bullish momentum coming back to life again, most likely probably create another lower high and then roll over for us. So yeah, Euro Swiss, the way I see it, if I zoom out, take a look at the higher time frames, if you go daily chart here as well, you can see the market's consistent with these lower highs, 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got a really good chance of coming back into that support. If you jump to the weekly, you can see weekly is still giving us a bearish trend as well. So yeah, multiple time frames showing bearish momentum. So I'm still expecting a lot more downside for this one. Despite the fact that we missed that entry on the lower time frames, I think if we can see a retracement, there probably will be another entry to take this down. So yeah, wait for a nice pullback. Might be back into 0.98248. And I will be imagining price to roll over. This is a nice little first target to have as well. And then if you can break through that, we've got 0.973 just below us there. So yeah, keep an eye on Euro Swiss. Although that entry was missed, I'm still seeing good short opportunities to follow this up if we can get a pullback, of course. Okay, so as the USD CAD Yen, we'll take a look next. Nikkei B, help move new entry. So yeah, that's the new entry I'll be looking at. Hello Chief, please can you take a look at NZD CAD and NZD USD. Okay, I will take a look at NZD USD CAD Yen and I'll take a look at NZD CAD shortly after. For AD CAD, my stop loss is on my entry. Okay, that's nice. If you got your trade to break even, obviously the only thing left to do is just let the trade do its thing then. Take some partials off, realize some of the gains, ease that psychology of you holding the trade. And if your stop loss is already at break even, there's not much to do other than where's your TP and just let price drift to your TP or potentially take you out break even. Either which way, you still walk away with a small profit or a large profit, depends if it hits the TP or it comes back to your break even. So there's no risk involved. You just got to sit tight and let the market do what it needs to do. Coin Bureau, I'm looking at some sales on both pairs. Okay, we'll take a look at NZD and NZD CAD, no problem. Henrico, what's up? Hope you're doing good. Euro NZD, sure thing, no problem. Yeah, looking for yesterday low. Okay, yesterday's low. Okay, makes sense. Yeah, not an aggressive target, but a decent target to have there. Not trying to capture the whole home run there. But yeah, if you get a pull back into those areas up there for US 100, it looks like a decent short there. USD CHF, we'll take a look, approaching support. Okay, we go through NZUSD and CAD Yen first, and NZD CAD before I forget. Okay, so NZUSD, NZUSD we had was it interest rates for New Zealand dollar? I think it was interest rates, or maybe something along the lines. I can't remember, but we had some news yesterday for New Zealand dollar. Of course, gave us a move to the upside. So I was looking at some shorts coming into the week for this one. Not really looking to short it now. It's kind of breaking both of my technical areas of resistance. So it broke through the trend line and also broke through the resistance. This is kind of the confluence I was looking at to short. As the USD this week from is actually broken above both of them. Now the market structure is still bearish, so although it's broken through those areas, we are still seeing these lower highs here, as you can see, and also still getting these lower lows as well. So the drop to the downside is still a possibility for NZUSD and still fairly likely as well. So the shorts don't look terrible. I'm just lacking some confluence. There's a nice fib confluence. I believe probably pushed into 0.618. So yeah, we're coming to 0.618. So it's not a worst place in the world to short or start looking for some sell opportunities. But I don't have the confluence I'm looking for. Price is breaking above this resistance here. This is now support. It broke the trend line ages ago as well. For any fool I know, we could actually use that support to propel us further to the upside. So as the USD is I still do see a lower high forming, but I just don't like the opportunity because we're breaking through two technical tools, support resistance and diagonal support resistance of the trend line. So I'm losing some confidence there with the shorts. So for me, I'm staying away from NZUSD. I still do favor a move to the downside, but it doesn't fit the criteria for me to actually start looking for some shorts. But we'll be keeping an eye on it. I mean, I'm trading AUSD, which is similar to NZUSD, so I would expect both of them to move similar. So if I favor AUSD to go down, I kind of favor NZUSD to go down as well. But we'll see, because dollar is looking pretty weak as well, and that will obviously play a part. And obviously with the dollar news coming out later. But yeah, shorts don't look too bad. Like I said, I just don't have enough confidence to short it myself. But if you got a plan in place, trade your plan. Okay, so we'll move on to CAD Yen. So CAD Yen, I'm really liking the buys for this one. It's not here yet. Oh wow, that was a crazy move to the downside. I did not see that. At all. Big wick there to the upside. Maybe I'm not actually liking the buys as much as I thought I would. Yeah, I'm not really liking the buys as much. I mean, the buys are still there, but I'm not too sure how far they'll go. And the reason I'm saying that is because on the weekly time frame, we're still stuck in the consolidation here. This is the consolidation the market's trading in the weekly, and this week's price action has just printed us a big wick to the upside. The candle still has 2 days and 12 hours left before it closes, but if we close similar to this is look like a bit of a fake out for me, and it might mean that yes, we might see some nice buys, but it could be short term. It could just print a pullback, and then we could actually roll over and see another leg to the downside from a weekly perspective. So yeah, I was liking the buys coming from Monday, Tuesday, seeing this big move to the upside, clearing out some important highs here on the daily. So as you can see, that high got taken out. This high got taken out as well. So this is why I'm liking the buys, because we've had a really impulsive move, breaking structure. So most likely, if you do see some retracement, the market's going to find its feet at some stage and see some good upside as well. And I still stand by that. I still think we'll probably see some good upside. But based on the weekly time frame, it might be short term, and we could end up doing something like this. So yeah, CAD Yen, I'm still looking at buys for this one, because that's the direction of the structure. As you can see, high, higher, low, higher, high, higher, low, higher, high. So I'm still expecting some buys in around here, but we might find a lower high and roll over. So I probably wouldn't push the trade too far. Maximum looking for a push back into resistance. So if I drop to the 4H time frame, whip out the old Fibonacci from the low to the high. We've got the 50, 0.618 in this area. We've also got that prior high there. So yeah, if you can see a push into the 99 area, we've got the 0.618, we've got a prior resistance turn support. This is a not bad place to look to go long for CAD Yen. But yeah, based on this price action, it looks a little bit like a fake out. Impulse up, impulse down, especially at a key area that it is. So we might be seeing CAD Yen see some nice buys and then might roll back over. So I need to watch out for that second rollover. But yeah, CAD Yen, keep an eye on 99. 99 back to 100, 100.4 looks like a solid trade. But I'm not too sure what we'll do around here. We might break through. If we do that, then yeah, I do expect a lot more upside. But if you start rejecting it, we might roll over. So yeah, keep an eye on 99. Not quite there yet. We'll take a look at NZD CAD. So NZD CAD, yeah, breaking to the upside very aggressively. The NZD news yesterday really helped this one push to the upside. So I'm really liking NZD CAD structure right now. I was looking for some buys coming into the week for this one. Unfortunately, just missed the opportunity. Looking for a push into the trend line and this support level. Kind of just missed it by a few pips. And even if it did hit it, to be fair, I don't think it was in my trading hours. So yeah, 9, 10 o'clock UK time. I'm not looking at the markets at that time. But with this strong impulse to the upside, breaking through some key structure here on the left, we might be seeing some downside here for NZD CAD. But me personally, I'm going to be waiting for some buy opportunities on some pullbacks. So a really nice impulse to the upside. If you can pull back to some of these areas, I'll be expecting a higher low to form and some continuation. If I do go to the daily time frame, there is this bearish structure, which is probably why some people are looking for some shorts, and rightly so. Obviously 1, 2, 3, 4, possibly could see another push to the downside. So yeah, it's not a bad place to short, not a bad place to short at all. Got some resistance here we're kind of working with. It's not the most clearest resistance in the world, but it acted quite nicely as resistance there. Bit of a fake out of that same level, and then we're back at that area again. So yeah, it's a decent short. It's a decent short there for NZD CAD, but I wouldn't push it too far, because if this is going to be a daily bullish flag pattern, as you can see, big impulse correction, could see another big impulse to the upside as well. Yeah, we could be looking to break through the trend line there as well. So it's a decent place to short, because obviously we could still roll over, but yeah, I wouldn't push the trade too far. How's the hourly time frame looking? Yeah, it's not too bad. If you can go double top that, nice bearish engulfing after that, that could be a nice entry signal. There's entry around here, stop loss just above, write it down back into that level. Probably get nice 1 to 3, 1 to 2, 1 to 4 around that area. So yeah, not a bad opportunity on the NZD CAD there at all. Okay, so okay, I'll go take a look at NZD CHF and USD CHF as well. Break of downtrend. Okay, looking for some buys on USD CHF. We'll take a look. Bolejo, what is up? Do you use 1 minute time frame? No, I do not. Thank you so much, Susith. I hope I'm saying that correctly. For subscribing. If you guys are enjoying the channel, please be sure to hit the subscribe button as well. It really does help out the channel. So if you guys are enjoying it, drop a like, subscribe, hit the bell, all that good stuff. Keeps you in the loop, and obviously it does help out the channel too. And I do appreciate everyone who has liked the video and subscribed so far. Okay, so where am I? No, I do not use the 1 minute time frame. The lowest time frame I use is the hourly time frame. But again, that's my trading style. It's not that you can't use the 1 minute time frame, although it'd probably be quite hectic, to be fair. Yeah, you can trade in the 1 minute time frame. It's just I do not do that. USJPY, Love Pre will take a look as well. Will your trade will you trade today? Will you trade it in today's FOMC? Well, I'm holding a trade currently on the AUD USD. Bit of a mouthful there. AUD USD. So I'm holding a short trade on this one, which I will hold through FOMC if I'm still on the trade, which most likely, because I doubt that will hit my final TP by then. So yeah, I will still be holding this trade through FOMC. It's not the first time, won't be the last time. Again, as an intra-week swing trader, it will be difficult for me to dodge news announcements all the time. I do try and avoid the big ones like FOMC and NFP. But if I'm in a trade like the day before, then I will sit through it. But if it's like I haven't taken a trade and we've got a few hours until the FOMC comes out or a few hours till NFP, then yeah, I probably wouldn't take a trade. But this trade was taken yesterday, 9 a.m. So I've been in the trade, but just over a day now. So yeah, I will be sitting in this trade. My stop loss at break even, as you can see, it's hit my first take profit. The next take profit level is down here at 0.66, 250 around this area. So that'll be the next target. I'll take some more partials off, but my final target is back at the lows here. So would I trade today's FOMC? Not necessarily, because I've taken this trade yesterday, but I'll be holding it through the FOMC. But I won't be looking to take new trades as the news approaches. If that answers your question. Appreciate it, Poppy. EuroCAD sells valid. Okay, we'll take a look. Free boy, how trusted is IC markets to you? Pretty trusted. I mean, I've been using the IC markets for almost 4 years now. Over 3 years at least. But yeah, I'll probably be coming up to 4 years soon. So yeah, I've been using them for ages and haven't had any issues, to be fair. So yeah, pretty trusted. Okay, so Guild sell at 2018. Oh, gold sell. Okay, I was going to say. Yeah, we'll take a look at gold as well. Poppy, I made a small mistake with time and I had to temporarily empty my trading account of funds to pay my credit card. Oh, that is unfortunate. That is unfortunate. Hopefully you can... okay, so temporary. Okay, I was going to say hopefully you can get some money back for the trading account. But if it's temporary, that means it should be all okay. But that is unfortunate there, Poppy. How's the rig setup? Is it up and going, or is it still in the works? Anyway, we're going to take a look at USDC ETF and SDC ETF next. Some people talking about some buys. Okay, so we'll start with New Zealand Swiss. So yeah, for this one, I'm still much a bear. Still looking for new all-time lows for this guy. 0.53 is where we got the all-time lows at. Let me just double check. Yes, that is the all-time lows. As you can see, a very, very corrective, but firm bearish trend. The market's been creating new lows after new lows since it looks like the beginning of time. So we're expecting that to continue. Obviously, you can see we're at support right now, so we might see a bounce. But even if we do see a bounce to the upside, I'm expecting a little higher to form and us to work our way back down to the lows anyway. So for this pair, Aussie Swiss as well, CAD Swiss as well, Euro Swiss, Pound Swiss as well. All those pairs, I'm not really interested in buys whatsoever. I'm just looking at good sell opportunities for them, just because you take the information from the higher time frames, take it to the low time frames, you can see that the market is just overly bearish. So if you're selling a market like this, you're going to have a lot better time than buying. Not that you can't find some good buys, you definitely can, but just speaking in general, you're going to have a bit more success selling, no matter the strategy you have, than buying, because the market's heading lower. So yeah, NTCGF has seen some downside. It's not really as an area of value for me. Again, we're kind of flirting with the support level, so I wouldn't be looking to sell this pair right now. These are the areas I was highlighting last week. Obviously, we're still nowhere near them, but these are the levels I was highlighting last week to see if we can get a bigger pullback into these areas. 0.562, 0.568. We can form that next major lower high. If I zoom out, you can see had a really nice double top at the highs here. Market broke through some structure there and start printing these lower highs. So all I'm looking for is that next lower high to form and the next wave to the downside. So we're too close to the lows here for me to start selling. If I was going to sell this one, I need price to start breaking through this area again and then start using that as resistance. Then cool, we might catch some nice, sells here, something like that. But yeah, we haven't got that price action yet. So if you're looking at some sells, I'll wait for price to either have a deeper pullback into these areas up here. Got some lovely support and resistance here on the left that hasn't been retested yet. So if you do get a move back to these areas, keep on the lookout for the sells, because I do think we can get some really nice trades in. Or if price is just really bearish and still wants to continue down, then let's see if we can break back underneath the low there. And then, yeah, start printing some retests and some low highs in the back of that. Then those shorts become a lot more appealing, a lot more attractive, because at least we're selling away from resistance rather than selling in towards support. Big difference. So yeah, NZD-CHF shorts looking pretty good. Still looking for overall move back down to 0.53. So I still got a long way to go in my books. USD-CHF. So someone's talking about triple bottom, possibly. We are coming to support now, but again, that's not really my type of trade. The market is very bearish here. I would actually favor the market to break through that support rather than bounce through. If you look at the higher time frames, you've got this weekly level of support here. Most likely you're going to get a test. You can see a comfortable bearish trend. Momentum's picked up. So most likely the overall goal for USD-CHF is to come back into this 0.88 level of support. And then we'll see what happens next from that. So this support here just below, just above that level, for me is most likely going to break. We've got liquidity underneath these lows here because people buying at that support level. And then for me, that liquidity is just going to be the liquidity needed to actually get the move into 0.88 anyway. So with a pair like USD-CHF, I'd only be looking for sells. I wasn't a fan of the sells yesterday at the double top. As you can see, it's played out very well, but I didn't have the confidence needed to short anyway. Yeah, nice move to the downside. So yeah, possibly might see a bounce to the upside there for USD-CHF. It's a nice support level, but I'm expecting it to be short-lived and eventually the market to break through into that higher time frame level at 0.88. So yeah, we might see a bounce. Of course, this is definitely not a type of trade that I would advocate or look to take myself. Again, we want to be following momentum. All I can see right now is a lot of strong bearish momentum present in the market. As you can see here, as you can see there, as you can see with the new leg that just formed, we're still seeing a lot of strong bearish momentum. So you want to be riding in the same direction as that and not against it. You might, catch a nice bounce here, but I think it most likely be short-lived. And the bigger move for me is still towards the downside. So shorts are better. I suppose a retest of that level is not bad, but it's in the middle of a range, so I wouldn't take that trade either. This is not a good place to short. It could still work because obviously you've got the break of structure here, big impulse down, correction, continuation, but it's just not a good area to short either. So the way I see USD-CHF is there's more downside to be had, but it's quite frankly it's consolidating. It's at the lows. It's not a good place to get a short. So I'll wait for further development before doing anything with this pair. We'll take a look at Euro NZD next for Henrique. Where am I? Okay, so yeah, I'll take a look at Euro NZD, USD JPY as well. Euro CAD will take a look. See. My first TP around, excuse me, my first TP around 0.90293, 0.90293. Uh, 0.90293. So that's around here-ish. Okay, coming back into this area. It makes sense. Yeah, not a bad place for a TP. Not a bad place for a TP. Like I said, you've gone break even. You've managed the trade. Now just let your trade play out. Either it's going to take out a break even or hit your target. So by looks of things, first target's here, second target's probably around these areas down here. So very sensible places to have your targets. Now it's up to you to just let the trade do its thing. Obviously, I'm not. What's the word? I can't see into the future, so I don't know what the market's going to do. But in terms of the levels you're talking about, the areas of entry, it all does make sense. So you just got to let the market do its thing. NZD CAD, yeah, I did talk about NZD CAD coin viewer. Scroll back a few minutes. I was talking about NZD CAD there, unless actually that's a long comment ago. Probably already seen NZD CAD. Anyway, so yeah, USD, USD Euro CAD will take a look at. Hey, Moch, what is up? Good morning, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing good. Yeah, gold, I'll take a look at Forex Navigator, no problem. I'm looking to wholesales on AUD/USD to 0.62155, entered on YouTube entry. What's your thought about this? Well, yeah, I'm in shorts on AUD/USD as well. looking for price to come back down to the respective 4H daily lows, which is at 0.6566. So that's the low I'm looking for. Oh, you're looking at 62155. Where's 62? Okay, you're looking for the lows all the way down there. Damn. Okay, so that's around here-ish. If I'm correct, 15. Yeah, it's around there. Yeah, it's not. It's optimistic. I'll tell you that. Yeah, it possibly could get there. The trend's still bearish, as you can see on the higher time frames. It possibly could get there. But yeah, it's just very optimistic. I would always say it's always best to take your profit at realistic targets. Not that the target's not realistic, because it is realistic if you look at the higher time frames. But yeah, if you're going to take trades on like the hourly 4H time frame and using weekly targets, the market's not perfect. It's going to have its pullbacks. Could come back and tag you out the trade before it does see that overall move. So my advice would be take most of your profits coming into the lows here, and then you can leave like 10-20% to run to that 0.62 if it does get there. So it's not a bad target. Don't get me wrong. From a technical standpoint, it does make sense. You've got a comfortable bearish trend here. I do still expect to see AUSD trading at the lows there. So it does make sense. It's just a very big target, and it's just not well, from my experience anyway. I've had more success with smaller targets than trying to push it quite far. Again, trading is different from your analytical side. You can analyze the market, predict X, Y, Z, but when you're trading from one area value to the next area value. So it's always smart to pay yourself and try not to stretch trades too far. But obviously, if you got a plan, follow it. Okay, so then we go through EUR/NZD, USJPY as well. So where is EUR/NZD? Okay, so EUR/NZD seeing a little bit of upside. I do like the wicks there. It's not really into a key level support. I mean, is this support level on the left? So, but it's not a particularly key one. We've got multiple levels of the similar support level. So it's not particularly a key one, but it's nice price action. As you can see, the market's very consistent with these higher lows here. If I whip out trend line, yeah, it's nowhere near the trend line, to be fair. So yeah, with this one, it's a possibility. I mean, I was talking about EUR/NZD coming back down to 1.75. Did we get there? No, not quite. I was talking about price coming back down to this area, 1.75. We might see a bounce in that support level. But yeah, it's some nice rejection. We've broken through some structure, so I'm expecting something like this to happen, and a lower high and a move back down again. So that's kind of the way I see EUR/NZD playing out over the next few days. And then maybe from here, we might find our feet again and see a bigger push to the upside. So I'm not really fan of the buys, not really got a lot of confluence there. It's some nice wick rejections on the full H, so we probably will see some retracement. But I do like the break of structure you've got here. Obviously, bullish structure, break of that. Now I can get the correction, lower high, next wave to the downside. So that sell there makes a lot of sense. Probably got some good confluence there. Probably coming to the 50%, maybe 0.618. Yeah, 50% there. So keep an eye on 1.785 for some shorts, and keep an eye on 1.75 for some buys. It's a very, very key level on the daily. But I do think we can probably get a nice reaction. Again, higher time frames are still very comfortably bullish. Go to the daily, the weekly. Still seeing a lot of bullish momentum in this one. So there might still be some miles to the upside for EUR/NZD, but yeah, not really a lot of confidence here to go along to back up that buy position. So yeah, hopefully that made sense. We'll take a look at USD/JPY. So yeah, USD/JPY is still bullish on this one. A really nice move to the upside. Price has smacked into this resistance and rejected it quite heavily. So we're going to see what price does next. This is my area of interest for USD/JPY. If we can get a bounce from here, 135, I do think we can probably see some nice upside, possibly back into the same resistance again, and maybe even higher as well. So the way I see USD/JPY is that buys are looking good. You can see the market's giving us a lot of consistent high lows here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, possibly a seventh one on the retest of that high. So yeah, buys are looking pretty good. Still seeing a lot of bullish momentum. So if you can just trickle a little bit further, 135, probably get a nice reaction there to the upside, and targets back around 137, 138. look pretty good. So yeah, keep an eye on USD JPY. It's not far from a good place. CAD Yen as well is not far from that area there. Euro Yen's got a little bit of distance before it gets that area of interest. Pound Yen still got a little bit of way as well. So yeah, we have seen some decent pullbacks in the yen pairs, but yeah, not quite in the areas which I'm looking at on the 4H. We'll take a look at EuroCAD, then gold. No problem, happy to help. Hello Mikey, what is up? Everything good? Yeah, everything is good with me. Hope everything is good with you as well. Victory, good morning. Please check NAS US 30. Okay, we'll go through some indices as well. Let me just go for EuroCAD and gold first. Yeah, gold had a crazy move to the upside yesterday. I was not expecting gold to start flying. Looks like it's just broken through 2010. So we'll go take a look at that one in a bit more detail, because could see some nice buys coming up. Miko, I'm in a trade with USD CAD. It's a buy. What do you see? Okay, we'll go take a look at USD CAD as well. Jordan, you heard of VT markets? If so, what's your thoughts using them? Yeah, I haven't heard of VT markets. Is that a broker? Yeah, I haven't heard of VT markets. To be fair, with the amount of emails I get from brokers in my email or just on Instagram as well, it feels like there's a new broker every 5 seconds. So my biggest tip would just stick with the biggest brokers. I know a lot of new brokers will have some different selling points and why you should go with them because they have some unique advantage. But again, if you're going to be depositing your money, especially large amounts of money as well, you want to make sure your money's in a safe place with a regulated broker. So if anything really hits the fan, your money's is pretty safe. So my biggest advice is if you're looking at a broker, VT Markets, I don't know, they could be a big broker. I just never heard of them. If it's a broker that's fairly new, yeah, it's not really worth your while to be doing business with them. Just stick with the big ones that have been around for many years, and yeah, focus with them. VT Markets may be a big broker, I just haven't heard of them. Anyway, so EuroCAD, someone's talking about some sales, I believe. Okay, so yeah, EuroCAD coming back to resistance again. I wouldn't be looking to short this one. The market's still incredibly bullish. Just missed out on this entry down here. That could have been a very nice buy setup. Was that Monday or was that last week? Yeah, Monday. So yeah, it could have been a nice buy there around 1.48. Unfortunately, the market just flirted with that level of support before seeing a big push to the upside. So EuroCAD, I'm not looking to short at all. The market is still predominantly very bullish. I'm only looking to buy this market. And yeah, if I do get into any longs, the market needs to have another pullback quite deeper. In fact, if it pulls back to 1.48, I will be interested in the buy, because now we've got some liquidity just above it. We could go sweep the lows there, test 1.48, and then give us a push and kind of give us this bigger bull flag correction. So impulse, correction 1, correction 2. And then we get the follow through to the upside. So just a simple bull flag retracement into a nice area. Then we get the buy to the upside. So yeah, EuroCAD 1.48 looks pretty good. On the lower time frames, you might get some joy off this area here as well. This was a very, very aggressive sell, just one big bearish candle. Looks like it just faked out these lows to see a big move to the upside. So if we don't see a bigger push to 1.48, we might just be seeing a retest of 1.49570, a retest of that high there on the hourly time frame. Move this out of the way. So you might get a correction like this and then get some buys back up into that zone there at 1.508, 1.51. So yeah, EuroCAD, if you are looking at getting involved with this pair, buys are your best bet. Still seeing a comfortable uptrend with still getting very impulsive bullish legs as well. As you can see, the buys are still in control of this market. So yeah, buys are your best bet. Sure, coming up to resistance, might see a rejection up there. But yeah, never really a trade that I look to take. I always try to go pro trend, not against it. I want to be going with momentum, not trying to create my own momentum in the market. So yeah, if you can pull back there, 1.495 into this area, or even better, 1.48. Those are some good probability areas to look to go long. Sure, we might see a rejection of that resistance, but the buys is the only thing I would be looking for in these market conditions. And yeah, we'll take a look at gold. So gold, big push to the upside. breaking through 2010. This is the consolidation area. I was not looking to trade within with gold. Price was just looking very, very corrective. Wicks galore everywhere. I was trading in it last week, so I did catch a buy there. But as soon as price hit my target, it snapped back against me. And then since then, still holding on the same support level. But yeah, just very corrected price. Actually, not seeing much momentum, and I was losing confidence as well. So wasn't keen to get back into gold and just simply waiting for price either to break the highs or break the lows. And it looks like we are breaking the highs now. So let me change that. Looks like we are breaking the highs now. So I'm just going to be waiting to see what price can do. We're waiting to see what price can do on a retest. Right now, it's kind of just consolidating just above the zone. So this is not filling me with too much confidence to look to buy gold right now, especially a few hours before FOMC comes out. It might be a situation where FOMC is the catalyst that just explodes gold to the upside if you see a lot of dollar weakness maybe. Actually, it doesn't even have to see dollar weakness, to be fair, because lately we've seen gold kind of have a mind of its own. Doesn't really matter what DXY is doing. Kind of seeing gold just being bullish anyway, and I think that's just because of the fear in the current world climate. So I think gold is just a big buy of just everyone. So even if dollar does see some strength, it might affect gold briefly, but overall the trajectory of gold is still very much to the upside anyway. But nonetheless, if we do see some dollar weakness, it will kind of help a big move to the upside for gold. And now we are breaking through 2010. If we can see a correction to the downside into this area, nice little double bottom, or just simply wicks into that level, that could be a nice little buy there back into 2050, back into the highs there. And obviously we've got the all-time highs around 2075, which is around here-ish. So yeah, gold, the way I see it, is more upside. I'm not really looking at buying the pair right now because, again, like I said, we've got the news coming out later. It's a little bit too late to enter the buys now because if you think about it, there's not going to be too much crazy moves between now and the news coming out. We've got news at 2:45 p.m. UK time, so that's in about 3 hours, 45 minutes. Probably going to see a reaction to that, and then next 3 hours, 4 hours later, actually 5 hours later, we've got the FOMC news. So you kind of got two big news events there that will affect the price of gold. So it might not be the best time to trade it. Maybe sometime tomorrow could be a lot better. We do run the risk of gold flying by then, but again, it's a safer bet. Anyway, right now we've got the break structure. Gold's just consolidating. Need to see the retest anyway before even looking to buy. Right now it's going to get wicks to the upside, wicks to the downside. No convincing price action to stick longs or shorts right now for gold. But yeah, I am looking for more upside back to 2050 and just see this overall momentum continue. So yeah, the way I see gold is we've got more upside to go. And I'm still looking at the all-time highs. So if that made sense, what pairs we're going to look at next? I'm going to go through some indices, but was there another pair after gold? I can't remember. If I do miss out a pair, let me know. I'll take a look at USD CAD and then move on to gold as well. Pound CAD, Richard, no problem. We'll take a look. Any short opportunity in Pound CAD, we'll have a look. See, how's it, Dances with Wolves? Hope you're doing good. I'm doing great. All credit goes to Miko being also mental, no problem much. Again, trading is a very personal thing. So although yes, people can help you, it's a very personal thing. Trading, it's about decision making, organization, learning from your mistakes, and really pushing through some psychological barriers in trading. So a lot of the work is normally to the trader themselves, but obviously other people can help guide you. But yeah, appreciate the shout out. Maybe 10% Miko, no offense. Yeah, it probably is 10%, to be fair. It probably is about 10%. Because you see people take courses all the time, from successful traders, But again, the stats still lie that 90% of people will become profitable. And again, it's because the 90% of people are kind of still making roughly the same decisions. It's not that now they learn awesome, fantastic strategy that just unlocks their trading. You know, if you're still going to act like a poor trader, it doesn't matter what strategy you're trading, you're still going to get poor results. So it has to be the trader that makes the decisions themselves. Obviously, someone can help, you know, with that, but it's got to be, it has to happen within. So yeah, keep going, watch. Love to see the improvement. Thanks, Miko. Heading to class now. Well, have fun in class. No problema. Okay, we'll take a look at oil first. Let me take a look at USD CAD, pound CAD. Then we'll move on to oil next. I mean indices as well. What's up, Priv? Hope you're doing good. According to you, which pair to trade today? I don't know, to be fair, because we've got a lot of news coming out. I mean, I'm personally not really looking at taking any positions. The pairs I'm interested in NZUSD is slightly above my entry level, so I'm not really looking to trade this one today. Pound USD, I was going to look to take a buy for this one, but I opted not to because I don't want to be in $2 positions, especially going opposite ways. I'm already shorting AUD/USD, so I don't really looking to buy pound USD, which kind of contradicts each other. But yeah, pound USD had a really nice buy there to the upside, so I'm not really looking at getting involved in this one. Euro Swiss have a deeper pullback. I may look to get interested, look to get involved with. But quite frankly, most of my focus right now is kind of with the yen pairs. You know, AJPY, there might be a nice sell opportunity for this one. We had a really aggressive wick to the upside into this trend line here. Possibly could be forming another lower high. Could see a swing to the downside. So I'm kind of seeing if you can get a pullback for this one. Retest some structure around here and possibly roll over. Maybe come back to resistance as well. So AJPY I'll keep an eye on. Probably wouldn't just short it today though. Probably tomorrow is probably a better time. I'm keeping an eye on Euro Yen. It's not too far away. CAD Yen is not too far away as well. But on second thoughts, I probably won't be pushing the trade too far. CHFJY is quite far away too. So yeah, my main focus is kind of the yen pairs. I'm still keeping an eye on gold, but I'm not really looking to trade it before the news today. So even if it does give me a retest into that level, I'll probably opt out of trading it. And especially because I'm already trading a dollar pair as well. So don't want to kind of overexpose myself, even if AUD/USD is at break even as well. So yeah, I don't really have a solid pair that I'm looking to trade today, apart from holding the trade that I'm already in. Okay, so let me take a look at USD CAD. So someone said they're in a buy in USD CAD. Yeah, USD CAD, nice move to the upside. We were talking about this one yesterday. We had the consolidation there. Price was obviously coming back to retest that prior resistance turn support. Really nice reaction at that level there. Price broke to the upside of a lot of bullish momentum and now coming back into resistance. So time to see what USD CAD wants to do next. What's it got in store? It's coming back into some resistance. If we zoom out, look at the higher time frames, we still do have a bullish trending market here. Still creating higher lows. Price is still coming back into resistance around 1.39. So the way it looks to me is that USD CAD, you know, if we maintain this bullish trend, most likely we'll see a push back into 1.39. Again, the best areas to be getting involved in the market are further down at these lows, but yeah, this is what we've got to work with. So with USD CAD, I'm not really too interested. If we start creating some bullish structure in the 4H, as in start breaking through some of these highs here, this will interest me because now we've got some structure to play with. It's still fairly high up, but at least we've got some bullish structure there, which can give us a nice higher low. Right now, we're coming back at some resistance where we could look to reject and consolidate back again. So this area is not really looking like a really good trade zone for me. If you want to, obviously you can sell high and buy low, but I'm kind of looking at that kind of bigger structure on the daily. I'm still looking for a push into 1.39. So really what I'm looking for is price to start clearing out some highs, clearing out this resistance and getting some breaks and retests and following that momentum to the upside. We've had a really nice break of structure here, push, pull back, push, broke that structure. This is possibly our higher low. If you can get another break to the upside, you know, I'm looking at that next higher low and a continuation to the upside. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking for USD CAD. Sure is coming to resistance, might see some downside, but I'm not really banking on that. If you're ready in the buy, obviously manage your trade according to your plan. Where's your TPs? Look to manage that to your TPs. Obviously for me, I'm looking at push to 1.39. If I do get into a trade, I probably won't look at targeting 1.39 outright. I'll probably be looking at targeting some highs here on the left. But 1.39 is overall where I see price going, but we still got a lot of work to do before we get there. Still got to break through that resistance first. But yeah, I am bullish on USD so hopefully we can see some more upside for it. Okay, so what I said, I was going to take a look at USD pound CAD as well. I'll go through some indices and then oil. Do you trade crypto? No, I don't trade crypto. I'm starting to implement trading crypto more frequently. I've kind of just been looking at crypto for the past kind of couple of years, but I'm looking to see if I can start trading it. Not as much as I trade FX, but here and there get some nice swings in, maybe once a week or once every couple of weeks. But no, I don't really trade crypto at the moment. Yes, it's a broker. Yeah, I've never heard of VT Markets. Maybe I have. It kind of does ring a bell, but I've never looked into them before. I've never deposited money with them before, so you're asking the wrong person. Probably with another bank closure, I'm not surprised gold went up. Yeah, I mean, again, like I said, the overall climate of the world is pretty much gold bullish right now. So we're kind of seeing some moves for gold kind of out of sync of the dollar. Dollar has been seeing some strength over the past couple of days. Gold hasn't really been seeing any downside. If DXY is going up, you should expect gold to be falling. Gold's kind of just been moving sideways, and now it's starting to break higher. So yeah, with the overall climate happening with the world right now, I think gold is most likely going to keep pushing forward. Even if gold does take a dip, gold does take a dive, be ready to buy it back up essentially as soon as you get some good confidence to get back into the market. Aussie Swiss, okay, we'll take a look as well. Ahmed, what is up? Hi, do you have any tips on how to trade cross pairs, as you can use DXY to help you when trading major pairs? But what about cross pairs? I wouldn't say there's a clear out market you can look at that will help aid you with cross pairs, because for example, euro pound, I wouldn't look at any other currencies, any other markets to help correlate with euro pound. Maybe you can look at euro USD and pound USD, but you're pretty much doing that with euro pound anyway. So yeah, cross pairs, there's not really much to look at. Maybe there's some fundamental markets you can look at, how some commodities are partnered with some currencies, but yeah, I don't really do that myself. If I'm trading a cross pair, well, if I'm trading any market really, I'm just going to be looking at the price action that the market is giving me and basing my decision on that, on the structure, on the market, on the opportunity that I'm trading. So if euro pound gives me a good buy signal, doesn't matter what euro USD is doing or pound USD is doing, I'm taking the euro pound buy. So yeah, when I'm trading cross pairs, there's no other market that I'm looking at. And again, even with major pairs, I used to look at the DXY, but I don't look at the DXY anymore, at least to make a decision. I do look at the DXY in terms of analyze it, as you can see when I'm live streaming, but when I'm making a decision, for example, my AUD trade, when I shorted it, I was not taking into account the DXY price action whatsoever. And same thing for my USDJPY buy last week. At the same time, is actually favoring more downside than the DXY, but I still bought USDJPY because the price action was good and it was specifically based on the market I'm trading. That's why I took the trade, and same with AUD as well. So yeah, I don't really like to correlate markets together, because although yes, there is a correlation between them, if you back tested a specific strategy, unless you back test it with the correlation, then you're kind of skewing your results a little bit. Because if I listen to my my gut, which is not to trade the USDJPY trade, because dollar at the moment was quite bearish, I would have missed out on the trade. But yeah, my main focus is my strategy and my strategy alone. So yeah, hopefully that answers your question. Okay, anyway, let me go through I did pound CAD. Okay, I'm gonna go through oil and some indices. So yeah, oil and some indices. So I'll go US 100 and US 30. So yeah, US 100 earlier today, we were talking about some potential sells. We could see higher up around 13,193, 13,200, a retest of that structure. Had a really nice impulse and move to the downside. So simply looking at correction and continuation. Again, it's a decent place to look to sell from because we're right at the highs of the resistance right now. Ooh. We're right at the highs of the resistance. Again, higher time frames is quite bullish, and quite frankly, we're still kind of trapped in the consolidation. So I'm not the biggest fan of the setup, but we might see some downside if you can basically hold on to the highs, because we're either going to do one or two things. You know, in a consolidation, in a ranging market, we're either going to break out or reverse. So right now we've kind of had a bit of a breakout, which failed, which is looking like a bit of a fake out right now. So as long as we stay below this level, you know, I would be expecting to see some downside and maybe just another bearish swing, as we've been doing that previously. So yeah, US 100, I do see some short-term sales up there. Best case scenario, we see a swing back down to the lows. Maybe we just see a swing back down to this area here. But yeah, we are seeing some good momentum. This is looking like a big fake out. So if it is a fake out, you would expect to see some sales following shortly after. So yeah, US 100, I see some short-term sales, but watch out because we are in that larger consolidation. US 30 was cooking with this one. US 30 isn't really doing much right now. Did have quite an aggressive reaction to the downside, which I was not expecting. I said yesterday, if US 30 can hold into this area, I do favor some buys. But as you can see, price absolutely obliterated through that level. Didn't even really give us an entry signal anyway, so which is a reason why I use confirmation candles and not just set market orders. I mean limit orders or stop orders. I always make sure that I take trades on market orders because I want to be using confirmation. And as you can see, the market absolutely obliterated through that level. So US 30, I'm not really seeing much with this one, to be honest. It's kind of at an area where we could be forming a lower high in the daily chart. As you can see, we've got rejection 1, 2, possibly 3. The market is kind of still bullish with this momentum, but I wouldn't be buying. You know, there could be some nice buys down low, but yeah, I'm not really having a lot of confidence at that particular area, to be fair. So there could be some nice lower time frame sells because we had this really big impulse to the downside yesterday. So we're kind of looking at a correction and then follow through to the downside. So similar to US 100, there could be some nice short-term sells to take, something like that. But yeah, I don't really have a clear-cut out-and-out bias for the 4H and daily time frames for US 30. I'm kind of just sitting on the sidelines and waiting for things to develop, because we're kind of in the sensitive area where, you know, either we are forming a lower high and price is getting ready for a breakout. So yeah, structure clarity on the higher time frames isn't really there for me. Lower time frame, I can see a short-term sell, but that's about it. So personally for me, I'm just kind of waiting for more development on US 30. S&P as well is not really looking quite appealing to trade. We are rejecting the highs, but yeah, I wouldn't be looking at buying down here either, too close to resistance. So yeah, indices, not really the biggest fan of them, but on the lower time frames, you might get some decent joy to the downside on some short-term sells. Okay, so we'll go take a look at oil. Yeah, we'll go to a few people have requested oil, so we'll take a look at oil next. Be nice to hear your thoughts on the DXY. Okay, we'll take a look. Money Stacks, good morning. I hope you're doing good. Can you check gold and oil? Yeah, we'll get onto oil now. What's your view on NAS? So yeah, NAS, we might see some short-term downside, but I'm not too sure how far it will go. How is your AUD/USD trade going? It's not too bad, to be fair. It's not too far from the TP2s, kind of just flirting with TP1 right now. To be fair, dollar is quite weak. So AUD is kind of battling out with dollar right now. So yeah, it's kind of the battle of the weakest, if you will, because Aussie's quite weak. But if you look at pairs like Euro USD, Euro USD has seen some upside. Pound USD has seen some upside. So some dollar pairs have been quite bullish. But AUD/USD is actually headed down, and that's just because AU is very, very weak. Same with USD CAD as well. CAD is really weak compared to dollar, which is why USD CAD seen some bullish momentum, although DXY is in a bearish trend. So yeah, AUD/USD, I'm kind of just sitting on the trade, nursing it, see what happens. Like I said, I've taken some partials off, hit my first TP, and I'm break even. So within 2 news events we've got today, I'm just kind of just being a spectator and see what happens. Worst case that happens, price knocks my trade out for a break even. I walk away for a small win. Best case scenario, price melts to the downside and hits the final target. So I'm just going to see what happens with AUD/USD. This is my second attempt. I did get into the trade originally on Monday here, and I got stopped out on that interest rates from Aussie. However, it's simply just given me a better entry to get back into the trade. So I've entered for the second time, looking to see if we can make that loss back, plus some more. But yeah, it'll be up to the markets. What's going to happen? It's either going to be a small win or a big win. But yes, it's running well. Okay, so where is oil? Okay, yeah, wow. Oil is looking bearish. I didn't look at oil since yesterday. So yeah, oil yesterday I was talking about price potentially coming back to retest the support level. And yeah, potentially it might even break through. Obviously that daily candle is still live. It can still potentially pull back and not break through the level. We still got 11 hours left, and we still got a lot of news left as well. So a lot can happen with oil, but yeah, we are looking very, very bearish with oil. Wow. So yesterday I was talking about potentially a push into this level, but I said it would be nice if we can get one more push to the upside, and then retest that resistance, and then get the entries up there. So obviously you just got price support on the left, turn resistance, get the lower high, drive to the downside. So very, very simple price action, consistent lower highs as you can see. We'll be favoring structure continue, and continue it did. So yeah, oil might just be off on a bearish leg back down to the lows. Like I've been saying on the higher time frames, the market is still predominantly bearish. So a push down to the lows is not something out of the blue. So yeah, with oil, you kind of want to see how the daily candle closes, because if it does break through this area, then I'm favoring oil simply just to retest and continue down, and kind of just continue on this bearish path. So the way I see it, keep an eye out for the lower highs, and then keep shorting, because we're seeing really good momentum right now. The market is showing us that the bears are very, very much in control. So the likelihood is that we are going to continue and see some more downside. You need to get some good, healthy pullbacks and some good entries to take those trades. So stay patient with oil. Looks like there could be a lot more downside left. You're back down to 64, maybe even further as well. But yeah, you're trying to see some good pullbacks and keep shorting. But yeah, we are melting to the downside. So that makes sense why CAD is very weak as well. Oil's seen some weakness. CAD is particularly weak. If you look at all CAD pairs, pound CAD, euro CAD, even NZD CAD seen some strength as well, and NZD's been quite weak. And CAD yen has had an aggressive rollover to the downside as well. So CAD is very, very weak at the moment. Okay, so that was oil. Few requests for gold, so I'll quickly go over gold as well. Aussie, Swiss, we'll take a look at. If I've missed out any pairs, please let me know. Also, do you think it would be possible to appoint some moderators for your Telegram chat? Yeah, I was actually meaning to do that when I got back from Rwanda. I completely forgot. Yeah, I will have to do that. Some old moderators for the chat. Thanks for reminding me. So yeah, I will be looking to do that. So yeah, Aussie, Swiss, we'll take a look at gold next. I'm interested in USD CAD again. If it retests the level, please help me with this one. Interested in which direction? Are you looking to buy USD CAD or sell USD CAD? But because of the events, I'm not interested in more trading today. Yeah, if you're not interested in more trading today, then you're not interested in more trading today. It's very, very simple. You don't have to, take advantage of every buy trade or every sell trade. Some trades are just not there to take. Some trades are, quite close to news. So yeah, if you're not looking to trade today because of news, which is a very sensible decision, and a lot of people will be joining you with that as well. Obviously, a lot of people wouldn't be because the market's gonna be flying. But yeah, it's a sensible decision. It's a sensible decision not to trade today. Again, I'm not really looking to trade today either. I'm just looking to hold my position on Aussie dollar shorts. I'm not really looking to place another trade today either, so I'm kind of joining with you that as well. But yeah, USD looks good. If it starts breaking to the upside, I am 100% looking to buy USD because we've got the higher time frames looking for the next bullish swing to the upside, consistent high lows as you can see. So we're looking at a revisit of 1.39. So if you can get that break of structure in the 4H, clear the highs out, that simply tells me that, okay, the buyers are back in town, and most likely you're going to see some more upside after that as well. So if we can clear 1.365, I'm looking to buy. If you're talking about a retest of this area, it's okay, but I'm not really feeling it. I want price to break the high and then get the retest before I look to buy USD CAD. But yeah, again, maybe the news could actually give us that. We will have to see. Okay, so gold, Aussie, Swiss. So yeah, gold, like I said, I'm looking for buys for gold. Very, very simple. Right now, gold is broken to the upside. It's cleared that 2010 mark, but all we've kind of got is that breakout and now consolidation. So gold for me is kind of just in a weird place right now because we could still get a fake out. We could still get a heavy fake out for gold. A lot of people will be buying this humongous bullish candle to the upside. Who knows? You could just see a big candle coming straight back down again. Oh, I did not mean to draw that second line. Yeah, we could get a big candle coming straight back down again, and that wouldn't surprise me too much. So yeah, I'll watch out for gold. Two big news events for dollar. Gold's going to be one of those ones that's impacted heavily because it's very, very volatile, and you can do very, very big pip moves in a short space of time. So the way I see gold right now is I'm looking for the break and retest of 2010. I'll kind of revisit gold tomorrow London session and see what happens. It might be a case where gold's trading up at these highs and there just isn't a trade for me. If that's the case, that's the case. I trade a wide range of markets. So if I miss a trade in gold, there's most likely another trade around the corner. So I'm not going to be too upset about it. But I know the risk about getting to a trade right now of gold is particularly high. And to be honest, there's no real setup here. We're just kind of seeing a big breakout consolidation. This could be a fake out. It could be an actual breakout. We need to see what we do on the retest of the area. And that's when I'll start studying the price action for gold to actually take some longs. But yeah, right now we're kind of just consolidating just above the area. So if you can dip below, then get the retest into that 2010, 2008 mark, then yeah, buys could look pretty good for this one. But it's too early doors to actually find out what we're going to do next. And the wicks up there is not the best sign either. But yeah, I'm bullish on the pair. I'm looking at longs, but I think I'll probably wait till tomorrow before I do anything. Okay, so we'll take a look at Aussie Swiss next. Mosin, what is up? Hope you're doing good. Euro pound, sure, we'll take a look, no problemo. They're connected with Vantage Markets. Okay. Again, I haven't really done any research with them as well. I haven't deposited any money with them either, so I don't know really too much about them. I've heard of Vantage Markets before, but yeah, I've never tried them. Ever since I've been with IC Markets, I haven't really looked for a different broker really. So yeah, I've never deposited money with them. So again, asking the wrong person. Again, I'm pretty sure you can look for reviews online and stuff with Vantage Markets. Dupage, can you explain what you look for once price reaches your level? This is what I need to learn, the triggers, so I can confirm the trade. Yeah, I've done a video on exactly that. Entry triggers, looking to get into the market. So it's called powerful entry technique, and yeah, it's I posted the video maybe 2 weeks ago almost. So yeah, if you go on my Forex education playlist, it's probably the most recent video on, actually, the most recent video, maybe second most recent video. Thank you so much, Rikodu, probably saying that wrong, but thank you so much for subscribing. Yeah, so if you go to my Forex education playlist, look at the second most recent video about powerful entry patterns. Watch that video; it will explain your question. But yeah, we'll take a look at Euro Pound. If you guys are joining the channel, please be sure to like and subscribe. By the way, it does really help out the channel as well. And if you are enjoying the content, why not do it? So yeah, Euro Pound. I do not like Euro Pound structure whatsoever. This pair is a complete mess. Look at the consolidation here. This is nothing that I want to be seeing in my breakfast at all. So Euro Pound for me is a complete miss. I'm not looking to trade Euro Pound until the price action starts to tidy up again. So yeah, I'm just not looking at the pair really to trade at all. I did say coming into the week there might be a nice little retest of some structure here, because we did get a nice little break of structure. As you can see, really nice impulsive break. Could get the correction and then the continuation. But as you can see, that trade there has completely failed there. Probably got nice rejection on the hourly time frame, but then the market, as you can see, nice bearish engulfing. Market can completely rally straight through. So again, it's important to understand the location of the trade, because it actually does play a huge impact in the success rate of your trading. Because the trade here, the break and retest, is a trade that I've taken many times, and still part of my plan, and a trade that I will be taking many more times in the future. But in terms of the location of the trade is quite poor. You want to be trading at extremes. If you're trading at consolidation or a pattern that resembles consolidation, you want to be trading at the highs or the lows, not in the middle. So that's going to have a big toll on your win rate if you're taking trades within this area. You want to avoid trades within this area. Not that they can't work. Sometimes they will work. But, just looking at stats alone, your win rate will be much greater up at the highs or down at the lows rather than in the middle. So that's why I avoid trading patterns in there. And you can increase your win rate even further if you just wait for trending market conditions and wait for good momentum as well. So yeah, Euro Pound push to the upside. It's back at some resistance here. It might form a lower high here and roll over, because again, we still do have that strong impulse to the downside. Could see a continuation there, but quite frankly, this market is a complete mess. It's again, when the market structures like this, where I can't see clear direction in the structure, so not clear upside or clear downside, best thing to do is move on to the next market or wait for it to develop and become clear. This is how you lose your money in the markets, trading setups which are not of good quality. It's best to keep your money in your trading account rather than just give it away needlessly. So yeah, Euro Pound. Yeah, I can favor some downside, but would I trade it? Absolutely not. So although I'm drawing out a level there, it's just never a level that I'll take a trade from. So yeah, do with that information what you will. If you got a plan in place, trade the plan. Obviously, use me as guidance, not necessarily as gospel. Is that the correct term? As gospel? Yeah, I think so. But yeah, I would never trade, or at least if I do trade, then I'm under the influence of something, because it makes no sense to trade in that structure. Okay, so hopefully that made sense on Euro Pound. I'll go take a look at which pair I was going to take a look at next. Do you have a video on what? If you are taking level you're planned for, I would recommend taking 50%. Do you mean taking profit and partials? Yeah, actually that's my most recent video. I did a video on taking profit and partials last Friday, so feel free to go check that out. If you go on my Forex education playlist, the most recent video there, or if you just go on my channel, to be fair, you'll see how to take profits in the market in the best areas. yeah, I talk about partials there and where to place your TP. So feel free to check that out if you want to. Zesty, what is up? Welcome to the stream. Gold, please. I got that spike to the upside yesterday during the news. No way. Nice. Taking advantage of that big move. That big move was so unexpected for gold because we weren't really seeing much on dollar at the time, were we? I don't think we were. I mean, I understand. I think we saw a bit of this maybe from dollar, but nothing really excessive. All of this momentum here is from today. So, this kind of downside in the dollar correlated to this big up move on gold. So yeah, gold's a funny pair. Sometimes when you think nothing much is going to happen, something big happens. Sometimes when you think something big's going to happen, nothing much happens. But anyway, congratulations. Really nice move there to the upside, breaking out that consolidation. You still in the trade or you exited the trade there? Nonetheless, it's looking like a hell of a move, so well done on that. But yeah, for me, gold, I'm still looking at more upside for it to 2050. Looking at the retest of that area, but like I said, I'm going to be waiting till tomorrow London session before I even think about trading gold. Euros, yeah, like I said for Euro pound, yeah, potentially you might see some downside coming in that area, but I'm not a huge fan at all. It's just not in a good area at all to sell Euro pound in terms of what the bigger structure is doing. You might see some downside, yes, obviously strong impulse, breaking structure. You would bet a low high to form and then see some downside. But yeah, I'm just not a big fan of that overall structure. I mean, look at that, it's a complete mess. You're seeing a lot of unnecessary wicks and just a lot of whipsaw action. And it's very, very easy to get unnecessary stop loss and then see price move in your favor. So yeah, Euro pound might see some downside, but that's where I'm going to leave it at. A big might. In terms of probability, it's not overwhelmingly in our favor. We want probability to be really overwhelmingly in our favor. We can only see sells in the market. When you're looking at the market and you're going, that's not a good sign. Best just to write that trade down, write the setup down, and kind of forget about it a little bit, and then come back and revisit and see what happens, and build up data that way. Hey, thank you much. Yeah, that's the link to the video. That's the link to the video. So yeah, thank you much for sharing that link. But yeah, in that video I discuss how to find the best take profit levels and also partials as well, where to take your partials to. Okay, so TR Alex, huge buy for Euro pair tomorrow. Are you talking about Euro in general or Euro USD? Because yeah, we do have ECB tomorrow at what time is it? 9:30. Let me go double check that real quick. Thursday. No, my bad. 1:15. Where did I get 9:30 from? 9:30. We got PMI for pound. Confused the two. So yeah, we do have some Euro news. We have the interest rate decision for Euro. So yeah, we could be seeing some activity for Euro. Looking to raise rates as well. So yeah, we should be seeing some strength in the Euro. So you could be seeing Euro pairs start pushing to the upside. I mean, Euro pairs are quite overly bullish, aren't they? Euro USD is quite bullish. Euro CAD's quite bullish. Euro Yen's quite bullish. Euro Swiss is not, because Swiss is just insanely strong. Euro AUD is quite bullish. Euro NZD is quite bullish as well. So yeah, Euro pairs are quite strong already, but of course, it's never as simple as it is in the market as it meets the eye. A lot of people expect one thing to happen, but then we see the complete opposite happen as well. So yeah, I'm never really trying to guess the news or what's going to happen. We're going to see strength or weakness, and quite frankly, I'm not really too bothered, because I know either which way we can find good opportunities, whether we're buying or selling. We can find good opportunities all over the market. So I'm not really trying to take advantage of the news. Yes, if I'm in a trade in the news, and I'll sit through, but I'm never specifically looking out for the news and trying to trade it that way. Okay, so okay, so yeah, did gold. Good morning, Ricadu. Is it Ricadu or Ricadu? Yeah, I'm just really good. Rick, I'm saying Rick Gaming. Another session, gold today looks bad, isn't it? What do you mean looks bad? I mean, in terms of the price action, yeah, it does look bad because we are kind of just consolidating. So yeah, I think normally when we get big news events, news announcements, normally pairs like gold and a lot of the major pairs, Euro USD, Pound USD, they normally kind of consolidate before the news comes out, and normally they're kind of just building up, getting ready. And then when all the participants come in the market, when the news is released, that's when they normally have their fun. So I think gold is just consolidating, getting ready for later today. So I think we're probably going to see the price action like this continue until 2:45 at least, is when we get the PMI for dollar. And then we get the FOMC at 7 p.m. all UK time. So yeah, I think we're going to consolidate till then at least. And then we're just going to see a big spike or a big move somewhere. Then fast forward a few hours, we're going to see another big spike and a big move. So yeah, gold's is rubbish price action, and it probably will continue to the news. So I don't think there will be an opportunity to trade it anyway. Maybe you can find something, but it probably won't be worth your while, to be fair. So yeah, I'm still looking at the break and retest of 2010 for push to 2050, and probably won't be looking at that until tomorrow London session. But yeah, you're right. The market is quite rubbish. Vivek, what's up? How much candles we need for real breakout, and then we can trade on retest? That's actually a very, very good question, Vivek. There's no kind of correct number. There's no correct number because sometimes I take a break and retest on one candle. Sometimes I'm looking for 10. There's no real specific number. It's kind of what feels right, which is not the best thing to say because feelings can be affected, but it's hard to say in a specific kind of quantity because you can get one big candle breaking out and that would just be enough to classify the breakout. Like for example, if I go in Pound USD and I go take a look at the daily chart, we've had this kind of consolidation here. This is the resistance, that's the high of the consolidation. This is very, very choppy market. So even though the market is sort of breaking out of the high, this is very, very poor market structure for the breakout. If, however, we got a big candle like this just closing above it, then yeah, that one candle will tell me that, okay, we probably are breaking out of this mess. And we probably are going to see some continuations, look for the retest and then continue. But because we've had kind of half-hearted candles, the market's coming back down again. So we kind of just need enough candles for us to confirm it before we look for the retest. So in terms of what you're looking for, it's not necessarily in terms of the numbers. It's more in terms of how aggressive the breakout is. Technically, the more aggressive the breakout, the better. Although it gets to a point where the breakout is so aggressive, you probably won't get a retest. But generally speaking, if the breakout is very aggressive, big candle closing above, breaking through the highs, not much wick to the upside as well, that's a good sign that most likely it is a breakout and you want to be looking for the retest. If you get a half-hearted candle closure, it's got a big wick to the upside and he just closes above the level by a few pips, then that's not a good sign. You probably want to wait for more candles there, more evidence. So if you're looking for a breakout, you want to know which one may be fake and which one might actually be the breakout. In terms of looking at numbers of candles, look at the characteristic of how price moves. So if it's aggressive, assertive, breaking the high or the low by some distance, that's a good breakout. Let me think of if I can find some examples. Well, we had a breakout on USD CAD here, out some consolidation on the lower time frames. So as you can see, you had some consolidation along here, and then we had a really good breakout to the upside with this candle. So this is a really nice breakout, very assertive, closed above, not a lot of wick to the upside. Essentially, we didn't really get the retest, to be fair. As you can see, we just kind of missed the retest by a few pips, but if the market did come back down to retest it, that would be a nice trade to follow. That would be a nice breakout trade to follow. So this is kind of the characteristics you're looking for. And if you compare this characteristic compared to Pound USD on the daily chart, you can see there's a big difference. There's a big difference. It's not really as assertive. It's not really seeing much big candles. If I draw in the low of the consolidation as well, just so you can put that in reference, you can see we've got the consolidation here. We're only pinching the highs by a little bit. So yeah, focus on the characteristic more than the number of candles. And hopefully that answered your question. Tosh, what is up? How do you best identify markets to trade for the week? Well, what time frame are you looking at trading? You're trading at the 4H hourly time frame, same as me. Then the way I do it, I just basically look at the price action on the 4H time frame and see which ones give me the best characteristics in terms of trend, market structure, momentum, clear highs and lows, good levels of interest to buy and sell from, and just confluences in general. So there's a big kind of factor I'm looking at, but the main thing I'm looking at is just clarity within the structure. So for example, Euro Pound was probably one of the first pairs I crossed off the list to trade for next week, because I'm looking at this pair, there's just no clarity in it at all, at least for me anyway. Maybe someone has a plan in place for it, but for me I don't. And again, it'll be relative to you as well. But you want to be looking for markets that are showing healthy trend and also showing good levels to trade from as well. So for me, AUD/USD was a pair that I was looking at trading. We had a really nice break of structure to the downside at the end of last week. So I was simply looking at pullback for this one for some more downside. I was also looking at Euro Swiss coming into the week. We had a really nice push to the downside. I was looking at lower high forming. Didn't quite come to the area, but I'm looking at the price rolling over. I was also looking at NZD/USD, still kind of am, but again, got some really nice structure with clear highs and clear lows. I'm looking at push to the downside, although it's breaking above that resistance there as well. So you just want to be looking at clear structure, something you can follow on the 4H time frame as well. You don't want to be looking at the hourly or 30-minute on the weekend, because even by Tuesday, that price action has changed a lot. For example, 4H time frame, where did the week start? Week started here. So again, this is what I'm looking at on the weekend. This is where the weekly candle closed. There's not much price action is going to happen from now to the end of next week for 4H time frame. It's not going to change too drastically. So again, we're already halfway through Wednesday right now, and price action is only there. So you've got another half of the week to go. So there's not a lot of price action that's going to be printed on the 4H time frame. So 4H is very, very good to monitor structure on the weekend and then plan trades for the next week. If I'm on like the 30-minute time frame, a lot will happen here. We could see a big bullish trend forming. Market could shift bearish again. A lot can happen. You can't really plan setups for that. If you're looking at a 30-minute time frame, it's best to probably plan your setup every morning, or 30-minute time frame and lower. Basically, it's best to plan your setup every morning than at the end of each week. You can still look at the 4H time frame and plan some setups there. But if you're looking at lower time frames than that as well, you probably want to look at each morning. So you just want to be looking at healthy markets and which ones are giving you the best opportunities based on your plan, and as simple as that. And 4H is a good time frame to do it. So yeah, hopefully that made sense. We'll take a look at AUD/CHF. I completely forgot about that pair. Poppy, I'm off to the gym. I haven't quite got my running rig running properly yet. I bought cheap 35-inch widescreen. It should be perfect for trading. I don't want to spam my living room with screens. Yeah, I mean, I understand that as well. But yeah, I hope you can get it up running soon, because it feels like forever. But yeah, have fun at the gym though. Have fun at the gym, staying healthy. Healthy body, healthy mind. But yeah, I want to see a picture of it, of the old rig as well. Anyway, let me take a look at Aussie Swiss. Okay, so yeah, wow, big spike to the upside in the daily yesterday. So yeah, this one's looking bearish as well. Similar to my analysis on NZD/CHF, I'm still looking at price creating some new all-time lows past this point down here. So I still do see a lot more downside left for Aussie Swiss here. If I zoom out, look at the bigger picture, you can see a comfortable bearish trend here. Market still making lower lows and lower highs. So again, I'm still expecting that to continue for price to go and take out these lows here at 0.534. So the way I see Aussie Swiss is that we've got a lot more downside, but I want to see a bigger pullback. Come and retest some structure here. That'll be fantastic. Next lower high, get the next leg to the downside. You can see we're forming lower high here, lower high there, lower high there, lower high. See if we can get another one forming and just keep looking at that downtrend continuing. On the lower time frames, we've also got these lower highs as well, but the market's coming to some important support right now. If I go to the monthly real quick, you've got this big old support level here. So I don't really want to be taking sells, at these areas. Not that you can't catch some nice sells, but I'm not be expecting them to be, ripping away. If they do, then yeah, if you can get a break and retest, that'll be interesting. But yeah, I want to see some bigger pullbacks. 0.625 looks very, very nice and probably can form on next major lower highs, similar to what we did up there, and get the next drive to the downside. Right now, the market's coming back into that monthly support. We might see some upside here. So it's not the best time to look to short Aussie Swiss right now. Maybe we can get a retest of some of these areas here. You probably get some nice trades there as well in the 4H stroke hourly. So keep an eye on 0.604, 0.608. But here, this is buyers territory. Even though we do have a bearish market, this is where the buyers are looking to jump back into the market and see if they can push price higher. So I'm not really interested in doing anything here with Aussie Swiss. I'm definitely interested in shorting the pair, but we need to see a bigger pullback first before I even consider looking to short the pair. And I'm not looking to buy the pair at all. So even though we're at support, I'm not interested in buying Aussie Swiss at all. So yeah, definitely a seller of this one. Looking for a deeper pullback. 0.604, 0.608 is looking pretty good. And then yeah, I'll start looking to consider shorting ADCHF beyond that. So hopefully that made sense for that. No problem, Blue Skirt. Happy to help. You too, Tosh. Please leave a like, subscribe on your way out. We're almost at 8k subscribers. Much appreciated. Yeah, guys, if you are enjoying the stream, please be sure to drop a like and subscribe. Like March said, we're almost at 8k subscribers. So just a few more. Touch the 8k. I mean, the overall goal is 10k. Get that 5-figure mark. So yeah, 2,000 left to go till we get there. Probably do like something special for that as well. Not too sure what to do. Need to think about that, but yeah, not too far away. So yeah, guys, if you are enjoying the content, please be sure to drop a like and subscribe, and also hit the bell as well so you don't miss out any uploads in the future. But yeah, currently in Aussie, we'll hold this trade through both news events, or at least if the first one doesn't take me out the trade. And like I said, there's nothing really that I'm looking at getting involved in, specifically for the news as well, but also there is just nothing else that is quite fitting my requirements just yet to actually get into a particular trade. So I'm going to just see how things pan out. Again, with DXY, I would have to say I'm favoring dollar weakness, because this is looking like a big fake out of not only the resistance but of the trend line there as well. So I would have to favor DXY to roll over and coming back down to 100. This is a very strong level of support. Market's still giving us lower lows and lower highs. As you can see, starting up there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we could be seeing another swing to the downside as well. Similar to what happened with USDCHF. Price came back to resistance, came back down. Could be looking at dollar doing something similar there as well for another drive lower too. So yeah, I do favor DXY weakness, but also at the same time, I'm trading Aussie as well. I'm shorting AUSD, which doesn't line up. Favoring dollar weakness, but also selling AUSD. But again, my judgment is 100% based on the AUSD and the price action that pair has given me. So I'm short on that one, looking for another bearish swing to the downside. It may play out, it may not play out. All I can do is just manage the trade and sit back and do it. And yeah, manage the trade. There's nothing more to do actually than that. But yeah, my DXY analysis is still looking at more downside. Had a big push to the upside, failed to get the continuation, came straight back underneath. Not only the resistance and the trend line as well. So this is looking like a fake out to me. And 100.8 is looking like a likely target for dollar. So might be seeing some more weakness there. Lamb, what's up? Grabbed short, CHF 152.90, 4H broke 152 main target, but also like lower. Okay, so yes, Swiss yen, I'm still very bullish on, so I'm only going to be waiting for buying opportunities for that one. But yeah, we might be seeing some retracement right now, and probably rightly so, because the market's been very, very bullish and just taking out some major highs down the left too. So I do favor CHF taking some breathers here. You know, we're coming to some territory. Is that all-time high? That's 81, so it probably is the all-time high. Yeah, so that's the prior all-time high there at 156, which we're not too far away from. So yeah, price is trading at some areas it hasn't traded at in a long time. So retracement is pretty likely, but again, still not really a trade that I look to take myself. I'm only looking at buys for this pair. So as it's coming low into these areas, I will be keeping out for some bounces, and that kind of goes for most of the yen pairs. 151 500, 150 500 as well. So you're looking at 152 main target. Okay, so not too far from 152. 152 is like here-ish. We go to the old hourly time frame. So coming to this area here. Okay, so yeah, 152 is fairly likely, and we got support just above it, so that's probably the support you should be keeping an eye on. But yeah, I'm looking personally for 151 500 for the buys anyway. So if we can get there, I do think we can see a push. So yeah, good luck with that trade. Things are looking good. Momentum starting to pick up to the downside as well, and I do expect retracement for the yen pair still. So hopefully that can maintain that bearish momentum for you. But yeah, I'm still a buyer of this market. So if it comes to these areas, I will be eyeing up some buy positions. But yeah, it looks like the yen pairs are seeing some weakness. Euro yen pushing, USJPY pushing as well. AUDJPY seeing some downside too. Pound yen seeing some downside. So yeah, yen pairs are looking particularly weak right now. I mean, overall they're very, very strong, but right now we are seeing some weakness. And I'm still treating this down move as just retracement, getting ready for the bullish move next to the upside. So I'll be staying patient for the yen pairs because I'm still buyer of most of them, or looking to buy most of them, I should say. Go for today on next week, and right now exchange for London for my company next. Yeah, I'm not too sure what that means, but good luck with that though. Yeah, good luck with that. So yeah, we'll see what happens with AUSD and dollar. That's my main focus today, to be fair, because I think there could be some really nice trades tomorrow, especially if the yen pair starting to pick up some pace again. Probably maybe to the end of the day, they could be spiking into those areas. Maybe with the FOMC coming out later, and then London session tomorrow, I'll probably start looking for some trades again. But from now until the end of the day, just relax. And even if you're not in the trade as well, you don't need to take a trade. You don't need to take a trade to be a part of the action. You're not going to miss out on a lot. You're not going to miss out on a lot of stuff because, say you catch a nice move, happy days. Most of the time though, things won't go your way, and price will spike into you. So best thing to do is sit on the sidelines. It's very speculative. There's going to be news. I mean, as we've seen many, many times where, you can have a buy position, price will wick your stop loss and then go in your favor. Even if you had a sell position, it will kind of wick your stop loss and go in your favor as well. So, whether you're buying or selling in the right direction or not in the right direction, most times you're not even safe anyway, especially with news events like the ones coming out shortly. So, yeah, it's best just to keep your money in your account, save it for a rainy day like tomorrow. Oops, I deleted the Miko. What did you delete? Much. What's up, Roland? What's up? Hope you're doing good. Welcome to the end of the stream. But if there is a pair you're looking at, I will take a look quickly. No problem, Anus. Happy to help. Yeah, thank you to everyone coming onto the stream as well. I will be live again tomorrow, as always. I will be live again tomorrow as always. So if you guys are available, please be sure to pop in. I will be live again with Trade Nick as well. It'd be interesting to see what pound USD does, because it's starting to hold onto the daily resistance, so we might actually be seeing price falling through to the upside. Who knows? Very choppy in that area. And yeah, I'm still looking to short NZUSD, but it's just not quite at the area I'm wanting to short it from, so I'm going to have to give it a pass, but it might still fall. I'm in trade and pound. Okay, we'll take a look at pound CAD to wrap things up. Okay, the previous comment by okay, because it makes sense. Yeah, I was gonna say, because there's a bunch of words there. Okay, so pound CAD, where are you? There you are. Okay, so yeah, pound CAD very, very bullish. You said you're in a long position. Nice. Where's your target? Because price is right at the highs right now. So it might be a smart decision, if you haven't done already, to secure some profits at the high here, because yeah, at resistance, and these are prior daily, weekly highs as well. So yeah, it would be a smart decision to take some profit off the table right now. But congrats, nice buy to the upside. I'm not too sure, where you could be targeting above that. Maybe some psychological levels. You got 1.71 slightly above it. On the left, there's not really areas obvious to trade towards. So yeah, it might be the best just to call it a day in that resistance, take your profit and run. But obviously, if you've got a plan in place, trade the plan. Don't let me skew things up. But yeah, really nice move there to the upside. I'm still very bullish on pound CAD. We might see some retracement coming to the high, but yeah, we're still seeing higher highs and higher lows. So I'm expecting more upside for pound CAD. And yeah, that brings us to the end of the stream. So I will be live again tomorrow. If I do get any updates, I will let you guys know in the Telegram. I probably won't take a trade, so probably not to expect anything. But if I do, I will let you guys know. And yeah, the link to the Telegram is in the description below. I've got my trading view and the group Telegram as well, so feel free to check that out if you haven't done already. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for coming on to the stream. Really do appreciate it. Drop a like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe as well if you enjoyed it too. Hit the bell so you don't miss out on any uploads in the future. I do have my affiliate link to IC Markets. Feel free to check out the broker if you are looking for one. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for coming to the stream. Thank you so much to my moderators as well. Thank you to everyone who came to the stream and took part. Really do appreciate all the messages and the chats and the comments as well. Really do appreciate it, guys. So yeah, take care, stay safe. Don't go and bet your whole account on dollar bullish or dollar bearish. And yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one.